how do you make this garbage accessory into another garbage accessory in Terraria. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Mr. Terraria, and today I'm going to give you a guide on how to craft the Ankh shield. Alright, so let's start with the Ankh shield with its basic components. Alright, so what we want to do here is take our little Ankh shield and put it onto our diagram like so. So this is so I can break it down for you guys. You're going to want a Tinker's Workshop, shield, and the Ankh charm. How do you get a Tinker's Workshop? Well, it's quite simple. Goblin Tinker 10 gold, and don't worry, this is not the last you will ever pay him. Yeah, you will be indebted to him, actually. Anyways, moving to the obtain shield, you're going to want a Tinker's Workshop, obsidian skull, and a cobalt shield. Alright, now let's take a look at the cobalt shield and the obsidian skull. So with the cobalt shield, you're going to want a golden chest, which you can find in dungeons pretty easily, but you can also get them from golden lockboxes, which I myself have never used or seen in my life. They might be new, I don't know. I just don't remember seeing them ever. For the obsidian skull, you're going to take a furnace and 20 obsidian. But how do you get obsidian? Well, I actually composed that for you in this handy dandy little image on how to get obsidian. That's right, formed from water and lava touching, consensually. Now, you're going to want to get these resources right here. You're going to need a workbench to craft it, and then you're going to need 4 wood, 20 stone, and 3 torches. Alright, so how do you get this stuff exactly? Well, let's start with a workbench. You're going to need some wood. How do you get wood? Trees, that's right. So you get 10 wood from trees, and you make yourself a workbench. Then you get 4 more wood, and combine that with 20 stone and 3 torches. By the way, you can get stone from this. I'll make a tutorial on how to get that if you need. But anyways, you also get your 3 torches by getting a gel and wood. And you get, multiple gel and wood as needed to make as many torches as you want. But you'll notice I haven't mentioned the Ankh charm yet. Okay, so now let's move on to the hardest part of Terraria, the Ankh charm. Now, the reason why the Ankh charm is so hard to get, actually made easier nowadays, it's kind of annoying as like, just look at this diagram, bro. It was a complete diagram with arrows, very simple to understand. First things first, Tinker's. You already know how to get that. You're going to want the armor bracing as well, the medicated bandage, the counter curse mantra, the reflective shades, and the plan. Let's start with the plan, because the plan is actually quite simple. So for the fat block, you're going to need to kill mummies, wraiths, and pigs. These guys spawn hollowed. Keep note of these guys, because I'm actually going to mention them again soon. Trifold map you get from those annoying cave pets, hollowed mummies, and those evil clowns that spawn on blood moons. Now, remember these guys? Yeah, they're also part of this table here. So, with the megaphone for the counter curse mantra, you can actually get them from pigs as well. So they have a chance of dropping megaphones and fast clocks. Very nice. And then you gotta kill, if it don't work out, you can kill these little corrupted mummies, crimson mummies. Also keep note of those 2 guys. You can also kill jellyfish because they drop for some reason. And then for the Nazer, you're gonna need these variants killed, and they drop variants. This is the corrupt. This is the hollowed one, and this is the crimson one. So look out for them. I think they spawn on the ground. These guys dungeons, they're very annoying. They're just little skulls that follow you around and try to kill you. Now onto the reflective shades here. You're gonna need and a reflective mirror. Reflective mirror drops so you are gonna have to find a marble cave. Remember these guys? Yeah, they also are the ones that drop the megaphone. Very convenient. And you'll see why in a second. You get the slime the slimes that also drop the megaphone. Moving on to our medicated bandage, you're going to need a Bezoar and a Band-Aid. You get the Band-Aid for killing these dungeon guys. You can get these also from the werewolf dudes that spawn full moons. You get from these little anglerfish that spawn werewolves. Also, that's werewolves for Bezoar. You got these annoying hornets. Yeah, they're very annoying. But if you don't want to deal with hornets like I don't, you can either kill these guys, which are underground and pretty common, I believe, or you can get a shimmer pool. Now, the very interesting thing about the shimmer pools is that if you throw in, let's say, a Bezoar, you will get a Band-Aid out of it. So you technically, if you get a dupe, you can just switch it around instead of having to grind out for each individual part. Very convenient, I know. Now, let's move into our armor bracing. You get a vitamin and armor polish, and ore. You can remember the timer. Very convenient tool. Anyways, you can kill the little spitter guys for your vitamins, or you can kill the lamias for the vitamins. For your armor polish, you're gonna have to go down in the dungeon, kill some of these little bone guys. And yeah, that's essentially it. Just remember, shower pool. If you struggle to get the other item, just note that you can't turn a Bezoar into vitamins, but you can turn a Bezoar into a Band-Aid. And then, of course, get your Tinker's Workshop to combine all that stuff together. Get your Ankh Charm, and then finally, you can put it all together to craft your Ankh Shield. I hope it was worth it. Thank you for watching.